Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to the season finale of Fanny Pack Wrestling MyGM 2K24, where we play a modded version of WWE 2K24 and play MyGM. Don't pay attention to the fact that 2K25 came out like a month ago, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it when mods are working. That's important. But we got to finish this epic journey that we mostly just rendered meaningless because of my cheating, but my implementation of cheats for all of us. But it's still going to be a fun time as we cap off this season with a nice spectacular blow off. I'm PD Rave with my team of Drew and Kaz. DJM is on assignment at the Detroit International Festival of Animation, which I'm kind of jealous because it looks cool. There's like a whole bunch of short animation films that are just going to get to watch. So that sounds fun. But yeah, let's get started. I'm going to launch us. So, all right. So, gentlemen, how are you all doing?
Pretty good.
It's been a busy day. I am excited to relax a little.
Yes. All right. Let me. Wait, once again, I forgot that I have to unplug and plug back in this capture card to get it to work. All right. All right. Okay, and there you go. All right. But let me first get some music going so it's not super quiet. But it's pay-per-view weekend for AEW. You guys excited for Dynasty?
Sure.
I'm not gonna have time because my life is busy.
Yeah.
And it's I'm gonna be at my parents' most of the day tomorrow.
Nice.
And then when I get home, the problem is that the reason I'm going to be at my parents' tomorrow is that we are putting together a gecko cage, which also means we have to clean up the area and position the gecko cage when we get home. Really fucking stupid. But is what it is.
Yeah.
What's the card?
Sorry,
also, I don't have keyboard control.
Yeah. One second. I'm picking music.
Wait, is this me?
No,
this isn't me anyways.
Kaz.
Oh, it's me.
All right. Music is gone. You got control.
A specialty match within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm sure that...
I also have, I think, as long as it worked okay, I have a fun little surprise for your venue, Drew. Since I did have you stuck with with those level 1 logistics for everything because of the not understanding how the things I did install a special venue for your all-in. It should be fun. Yeah, it's still a fun, but it's still been a fun build-up for Dynasty. It's been consistently good episodes of Dynamite and Collision, and
every time I've been able to catch up, everything's been great.
It's just like how, and from my understanding, and I don't want to make this a this versus that thing, but it is kind of a bummer if it's true that what I'm seeing and reading of the tea leaves is that the Mania buildup hasn't been all that great.
It's been up and down from what I'm reading.
Let's just admit it's been stale.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the problem, right, is that the Mania that we're going to be getting feels like something that would have made a little more sense like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Than it does now. And the main event sort of thing that we're getting right with Punk with Roman and with Seth is that they have this convoluted favor in the background for that Punk's trying to cash in on,
which they did the payoff for yesterday.
Did they? What is it then? Because that's dumb.
Paul Heyman is going to be in Punk's corner.
Oh, so it doesn't fucking matter, right? Because the point being, right, is that the favor is you just have to be in my corner. That doesn't mean that Paul Heyman has to do dick all for Punk, right? Like, the entire thing of having this over the head of Paul Heyman, right, was that you have to, like, the payoff has to be something that screws over Roman. And, like, then you, after Mania, you have this Roman-Paul sort of weird dichotomy going forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's just, you have to be in my corner, Paul Heyman doesn't have to touch a soul, right? Like,
yeah, but they tried to make it like it was really bad, right? Because the payoff was really bad because they brought Seth out for no reason other than Seth is involved and Seth has to be there. And
right, because let's face it, the interesting part of this feud isn't Roman.
So,
and I hate Punk, so like that's saying something, man. Like that, I'm like, no, I just rather would see Seth and Punk fight because they're better. Like, what the fuck?
If the payoff would have been so much greater if Seth comes out third, but the way they did the order was Roman comes out and he's like, what the fuck is this favor, right? And they're in Chicago, so he's playing it up and he's like, I know this is your boy, but this is stupid. Like, what are we doing, right? He's doing the Roman thing, which is great. But then the thing that makes it weird is then Seth comes out and Seth's like, I want to know what this is too. Like,
why do you give a shit?
Why?
Why do you
give a fuck? Right? And then Punk finally comes out and they have the, their little moment. And then he's like, what I want is for my best friend to be in my corner, which is, if you had did that in reverse order, if you had Roman come out and you had Punk come out and you like, I want the wise man in my corner backing me in my moment at WrestleMania. And it's like, oh, that's kind of, interesting a little bit, because the whole thing is then Roman laughs at him and he's like, tell this kid no. And Paul Heyman's like, I mean, I do owe the guy a favor, it's kind of weird. And then I think that's the moment where Seth comes out and rubs salt in the wound.
Yeah. To like be, it makes more sense to do that for him to come in as the just shit stirrer rather than having a vested interest. Right?
Yeah,
because he has no vet. Why would he care? Like, he should only care, literally because he would want to stir shit and want to, troll.
Right.
Obviously, I haven't seen it, so I don't know how that turned out. But yeah,
I just. That is woefully uninteresting.
Yeah.
It is 100%, 10,000%.
Because at the end of the day, like, okay, he's in your corner, but like, that's not saying he's not gonna help Roman, right?
Yeah.
They should have. If I'm gonna fantasy book this, right? If I'm gonna say like this could have happened and it would have been better, right? the idea, in my opinion, should have been, hey, my favor is I want to make sure that Roman's family can't get involved, right?
Yeah.
And you do that using Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman, again, because you want to string the story along, he could have plausible deniability, but he gives another one of his people he has represented a call, and Brock just lays out like the fucking whoever is on Roman's side at this point. I know the Usos are, and that's basically all I know, but like basically have him lay out whoever would help Roman, Sammy, the Usos, whatever. Brock lays them out. And that was the favor.
Yeah.
Is that CM Punk wanted them laid out. Because then you have plausible deniability on Paul Heyman. You have that, like, pull for the rest of time. Because what's Paul gonna do in anybody's corner? He doesn't fucking fight because he's fat and old. That's half the joke.
And it's like, it's like they're relying on people valuing who is someone in someone's corner or who is someone's manager, overvaluing how people care or like rate that importance of that. What does being in someone's corner is? They just stand outside the ring and they are allied with somebody over somebody else. Like there's no corners. No, he's actually not in it. The problem is that that's also a phrase that only matters in boxing when there's a corner and people are crowded around a corner and actually sit at the corner and consult with the boxer. But no, there's
right.
In wrestling, you barely have a corner. Like, you have to be such a nerdy wrestling promotion. Only like the really nerdy wrestling promotions care about corners. Just like one guy is over there and one guy's over there, like being like the red corner or blue corner. Like you don't even have distinguished red corners and blue corners. Like,
to have a corner, we're also going to have to revisit the tag rope, which we're never gonna fucking do.
Well, you know, hey, maybe one day if FTR have anything to do with it. Which I love. They always use the tag rope, FTR.
Well, yes.
Which is
but what I will say though, is that like in wrestling, the idea of having somebody in your corner is the thought or the threat that that person is going to get involved at some point, right? You're playing off of the tension of what this person will do. Now, I will say, having a manager like Paul Heyman, who is really good at talking, with Roman, somebody who is less good at talking, he's gotten a lot better over the years. But like, let's be fair about like Roman's ability on the mic, right? Or a Brock Lesnar, who's also not good on the mic, or like somebody he would have like history with to draw on for ECW, like a CM Punk, like. Those types of pairings for somebody like Paul Heyman is great because there's a history and there's a conniving nature to it, and he can like slide them the weapon or what have you, right?
Yeah.
But like, he's not getting involved, right? Like, he physically is not going to be like punching somebody or giving somebody a suplex, because I don't know if Paul Heyman could do that.
No.
But what I do know is that like Paul Heyman can connive.
I don't even think he could do much of taking a bump.
Right. Well, the last bump he took was like that one on the table, right?
Yeah.
When he turned down Solo or whatever.
Yeah.
But the point, like the whole point, right, is that he would have been in Roman's corner, and if he was in Roman's corner, he might get involved by like sliding a weapon or like distracting a referee. By just saying, hey, don't stand in his corner, stand in mine, you're pretty much saying the whole match is going to play on, is Paul Heyman doing any of that stuff? Which, again, not fucking interesting. Has nothing to do with what's actually going on in the match or any of the characters after this. except for Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it just. Also, I need to go back because I heard there was a moment that may have been somebody worked themselves into a shoot in the women's division.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair had a segment that kind of seemingly went off the rails.
That was the reporting I was seeing, was that it went off the rails.
From what I've seen, Tiffany Stratton had some comment, threw some comments into her promo that may have been off script, that rattled Charlotte. And also from what I've seen as far as comments, you can have All In. Okay.
Oh wait, shouldn't I not have done that?
I'll show you the thing later. No, it's fine. If you can do it, that's fine. Then we can all go All In. It was just in case it was going to be stuck without it. But I did. I made a little. It's not huge. I put for the gym Ring of Honor. I made it the WCW Nitro in front of Club LaVale, in Barrow Beach, that Nitro at the pool. The second to last night.
Okay, I was gonna say that Nitro.
Yeah.
You wanted to do that Nitro.
Yeah, but what I did is I changed everything to Ring of Honor All In Florida. All In Florida, and I figured out how in Blender to delete the big metal WCW things, so that it doesn't have any WCW things. But I changed all the signs to say that was WCW to Ring of Honor, and it was kind of fun. It was there because I wanted to have it in case you wouldn't be able to have the All In stadium.
Gotcha.
But luckily you were able, so that's good. But yeah, the whole thing, and apparently for Charlotte, from what I've seen comments, it also seemed like she was rattled by the fact that she was getting booed so much she couldn't talk. And all I could think was well, you're the heel. That's what you want. That's why Dominic Mysterio is succeeding.
She's the heel.
There's an issue, and Deej isn't here to defend her. I will say that she has been great. She is a fantastic talent, but she does have those attitude problems and personality problems that kind of maybe a little bit of main character syndrome. So she was rattled, and then there was a couple of comments. I think what it was is that Tiffany may have said oh, you're 0 for 3. You're maybe this, but you're 0 for 3, and a couple other comments that were referring to her divorces. So a little bit of a shoot shots. And then she was utterly rattled, couldn't get her promo out there enough, or get it through it smoothly, and at the moment that Tiffany had already rolled out of the ring and was leaving, and the crowd was already behind her, and she's basically it was done, the segment was done, Charlotte threw out this is me. Charlotte threw out what was it, a last minute shot where he said that what was it, that why is Kaiser in my DMs, and it came off apparently it came off really desperate and sad. I think somebody called it like a boxer throwing out a loose haymaker, not realizing they've been knocked out. So it's
keep punching even though you're down.
Yeah, exactly. This is a desperate but it's
yeah. That's the part I saw, was the Ludwig part, or the Kaiser part, and I'm
Ludwig Kaiser, yeah.
I didn't even know those two were involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. What is it? They'll have to sit out a show though. You can have What do I need them? I need them, and this is the last show, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't afford to. Listen up. I've got real beef with Nash. He keeps taking my stuff from the fridge. Sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. I've been putting all the work. I think I earned a shot at the women's title. Yeah. Or is Isla Dawn the champ? No. Bailey. Mina Shirakawa is the champ. Yeah, we can have a four. We can have a foursome. More people get booked. But yeah, it was a little
dumb.
It was a little dumb and a little desperate seeming, and I don't know. And I mean I hate to like. Well, I don't know if I hate to, but I don't like. You know what? I do like. I let's not lie to them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna try to like lie to make myself try to be the good guy. No, I enjoy shitting on the WWE, but just because it's fun, and it's not on behalf of AEW. It's just on behalf of me hating WWE. Understand? It's not tribalism. It's just haterism.
You know what is funny though? There was a moment in Punk's promo where he's like, "Oh, you know, this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the fact that he was like, back in the day, they tried to get rid of me, they tried to get rid of Paul, and he was like, and it was me, you, Big Show, and RVD sitting there talking about how we're gonna get back at these motherfuckers, and now this is our moment for us to do it together. The unfortunate fact is those motherfuckers aren't here."
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, okay, we're throwing shots.
Yeah. And it's
like, I like it.
You gotta make Punk seem anti-authority some way, because that's the Punk character, right?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, who's the one that came crawling back when he said he won? Just saying.
Yeah. It's like he fucked up his chance in AEW when they were, basically bending over backwards to accommodate him.
Yeah.
And now it's like, now when he he crawled over with his tail between his legs.
Yeah. Because he was getting fucking knocked out. Like
a bitch. Alright. False. This is gonna be that. Alright, what is next? Oh, ELP versus Kevin Owens. Steel cage. Oh, I know that's already a steel cage. Unless this could be something else. TLC works for it. Remove John Moxley. Oh. I mean, he's not world champion though. Unfortunately, yeah, the tag title has. There you go. And then this one can be no holds barred. Okay. Yeah. How's the sentiment around around Cody's who's Cody's face? Who's Cody? Oh, Cody's facing. Oh yeah, John Cena. I'm like, what the fuck? The whole John Cena Cody thing. I like, for some reason I blanked out on like one of the most prominent things that happened recently.
Yeah. So there was a promo battle.
Yeah.
Cena won by, like, I would say if like we're going on a 10-point scale, Cena delivered a 9, an 8-9, and Cody was at like a 7 or an 8. So it's like, yeah, he won, but like it wasn't like a SmackDown. So both sides are obviously saying their favorite guy won or whatever, which is stupid. But it set up well, with Cena as the bad guy. I still think that I like Cody.
Yeah.
I think Cody is doing great work, and I think he is a great babyface. That said, I find him way more interesting as a heel. But I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't know how you do it with Cody.
Yeah, he's not only does, the whole point was that he didn't necessarily want to be heel because he felt it wasn't, right at the moment. And for whatever other reason, I don't want to put too much too much bagging on that. At this point, he would also be right to say, like, right now he's, I from what I remember, I don't know if he's still as over as he was before, as popular as he was before, like, where, like, from what I can tell, he's still he's in that, other than probably, I don't know, probably not being as divisive, unless, correct me if I'm wrong. He's in that like John Cena dilemma spot where you would break the hearts of so many children, just like they broke the heart of Belgian Bobby Hill.
Oh my god, Belgian Bobby Hill.
Oh, that kid was so, it's like, all I can see is like it's not okay, damn.
So I've never actually watched the show The Boys.
Yeah.
But somebody kind of made the comparison, and I think it's so genius, of Cody Rhodes to Homelander.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the big comparison, especially when he was still in the AEW, when the outfits were being like very Homelander coded.
Oh god, like in AEW, he might as well have called himself Homelander.
Yeah,
and it with everything that's happened, especially with everything that's happened with him, between him and Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
you can do a thing where at the end of the day, you make Kevin Owens right.
Yeah. Like, because I think I like the idea that you got to stick with at least it's my headcanon. I hope it's considered full canon that generally Kevin Owens is always right. He's always he's the only one. He's the only sane one. He's like, he seems like an insane like person who likes to be like fight people and go nuts, but it's because he's the only sane one. He's the only, like, all those moments where he like where he's commenting on the obvious thing that everybody should be paying attention to. It's like he's the only one who has his head on straight.
Mm-hmm.
So that would work perfect for that. All right. I have Deej sent me his card, so that's what I'm pulling from. So this is still a Deej booked.
Also, I'm telling you now, my and this is specifically to Petey. My time management is poor, and my trip is coming up this weekend, and I totally forgot about it.
Oh yeah.
So we'll probably shoot to play the weekend before Easter.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't have a lot going on most days. I think I was thinking the 22nd, but I think that might be during the day. Like the 22nd is the screening for our films for production workshop, but I think that's just like during the day.
Okay.
And like 26 is when I walk in commencement, but that's like literally at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm shooting because I'm going to be gone from the 10th to the 15th, so I'm shooting for possibly the 19th.
Sounds good to me.
I'll just shit on the plane.
You know what? Sometimes like honestly, like the biggest thing for me, and I really need to take advantage of, is how much just being in a literally physically different space helps me be productive.
Yeah.
Like just literally not being in this space and being like somewhere over there. When I like maybe land a job and get some money, I might get like just a basic laptop that's a little bit bigger and better than my Surface, and just go to like the library during the day or maybe on the weekend, like because I can just walk to the library and then just sit there and like write or work or something like that. So it's like it's a wild how simple it is. Okay. There was also another title match. Becca Bianca. Okay. Becca. Wait. I think he's forgetting who's champion. I forgot who's champion. Oh, women's champion is Abaddon. Joaquin Montez.
I think I also I haven't been watching much, but I've appreciated the space we've been entering with Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah.
where there might be star-crossed lovers.
Yeah. Oh no, it's like it's 100%
lovers
enemies to lovers enemies to lovers yaoi, like you know, it's
yeah, like the whole you did this, I know, like what?
You deserved it. It's like, yeah. I know. It's like, what? I said I know. And it was like, I put it the blue sky that somebody said, I gotta look it up, but somebody said, it's like, oh my God, they're finally gonna fuck. It's like,
fucking, it's so good.
It's like, so I love it.
Fucking good.
It's I love how much AEW isn't just gay, it's for the gays. Like,
yeah,
it's like it's just like a beautiful thing.
They did the Short Gold Lovers reunion, they're doing this shit, like all the people on the roster, like it's so,
you know, sometimes it's yaoi, sometimes it's toxic yuri, you know, sometimes
it's fucking wild.
Fucking Tony Storm and her fucking Hot Mess Express is just always great. You can't you can't put that away.
Tony Storm is great.
Tony Storm is an icon now, and somebody pointed out that's like they were, who was it that was saying that she was on the level of Dusty Rhodes at this point? Or at least, but at least she's approaching. I don't know. The fact that they're even talking about that, putting her in that place of like having this iconic character, and how over she is and how popular she is.
It's ridiculous. And she's doing so fucking good at it. And like, she's riding that like comedy serious line really, really well. Like, it's brilliant. Like, Toni Storm is brilliant. Like, we've known she can go like in the ring for a while, but like this run of character work from Timeless to like getting the injury and then playing that up a little bit to like play this amnesia character just to go back. Because like everybody was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, she has amnesia? Like, what is she gonna be next then? Like, what's after this? Because like we thought she had already left this. Like, this is good though. Like, but like, what is this leading to? And then just be, I'm still acting, and it's like, God damn it!
What makes that line is so beautiful. That what makes you think I have forgotten? Like, the fact that she was like very like Australian, and almost like I want to like listen if during that time she was maybe playing up her Australian accent into a little less of a regular one, like, because she may have been doing that. But when that transatlantic accent came back and when she was laying down, I was like, what makes you think I have forgotten? What makes you think our dance is over? It's like, and then Mariah May is just amazing. like, and how she worked in that whole setup, and like her after Grand Slam Australia, the when she came back and just that it just worked so well, of like the I think I said it last time, how Mariah May, everything about her, if you understand that she is delusional, it all makes sense. Like, that's the whole point. She's delusional and just caught up in her own world and her own ambitions, and just like she that's why it makes sense for her to just dismiss the entire women's division, because it fits with the character. And then her coming back I think we talked about it last time, that interview was just beautiful. Like, the way Tony just kind of played it cool the entire time, the way Mariah May went from cutting a full-on promo to just like to just switching, like a switch turns, and she's like, don't love me, like, aren't you proud of me? Like, it's like, because it's like it fits so well with like how they were doing it. It's just fantastic. Okay, I know which one's it. Hopefully. All right. But okay, perfect. It's actually loading. Yay. There you go. All in. But yeah, it was so set up so well, and it was pretty fantastic.
When it was a Black Grand National.
Also, side note, two things. One, there's a podcast that I frequently, this is wrestling related, I promise.
Yes.
There's a podcast I frequently listen to. I think PD also listens to it.
Yeah.
From time to time. That just turned the sound off for me, right?
Yeah, I still hear sound.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Because it was a little loud on my end. I don't want to go and mess with stuff right now.
Okay,
But podcast I listen to. I think Petey does. It's called the Voicemail Dump Truck.
I haven't gotten around to checking it out again, but yeah, I'm aware of it.
They've been on a fucking heater lately, Petey, because they brought in Turbo Sean and Nikki Grayson. Grayson, I think his name is. And they are both very funny, and they provide, and I know this is going to sound weird, but they provide the same sort of youthful energy that I think Ben and Abby did when they came in.
All right.
Which I know, Ben and Abby are not exactly the springest of chickens, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Voicemail Dump Truck is a show that is all about dumbass voicemails. They were encouraged to send in these voicemails at the beginning of the show while they were either drunk, high, or in the Taco Bell drive-thru at 3 a.m. They said that those were the peak times to submit voicemails to the Voicemail Dump Truck. Samoa Joe was on an episode recently. And Samoa Joe interacting with Dan, I'm afraid of setting the house on fire making a grilled cheese Reichert. And Mike, I've never eaten an apple in my 34 years on this planet, Minotti, is incredible. Because he is realizing how dumb Dan Reichert, a man he worked with in WWE and now AEW, how dumb that man really truly is. He's like, oh, you were trying to keep it together and you were still bad at it. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's great. Oh my god. Also Dimension
I turned
20
down the game audio. I don't know if it made a difference.
Yes.
Right.
But Dimension 20, the Titan Takedown.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh man. Woods has played D before, and you can tell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, obviously.
No, they even did. So they even did a D&D thing on Up Down Down. I think they did one, if not two seasons.
I think they did Clock Tower, right?
They done Clock. They might have done Clock Tower, but they definitely did D&D.
Right.
Something like roll. I'll look it up for you, but yeah, keep going.
But Kofi has not, but understands what Dungeons and Dragons is because of Woods. Bailey and Chelsea, there is points in the episode for both of them where you can see the look on their face as they sort of break the barrier of, wait a second, D&D is just fantasy wrestling, we could just, it's just almost a straight line to the improv that we're doing from here to here.
Oh yeah, there's a little interview.
And they're so excited.
You shared that video where Chelsea was literally talking about how it's just the improv is right there.
Yeah.
They know improv, and it's oh yeah, and they don't even, and she doesn't have to, she doesn't have to yes and as much, but
right.
Oh, they had 3 seasons of it. But yeah, it was called Roll Out. The first season, it was Austin Creed, which is Woods, Breezy, Brennan, aka Mason Madden, the Great Black Otaku, and the now Athena, then Ember Moon, who, by the way, just if anybody's unaware, is a big D&D nerd. Second edition, I think even earlier than that, maybe even earlier than that, the second edition monks are OP, and I'm dying on that hill, old school D&D nerd.
Oh, she's, if anybody questions fucking Athena's
so
bona
great.
fides,
she did
they're
that.
ridiculous.
Oh man, when she did that Karlak cosplay, it was so fantastic. But yeah, Brendan Williams, Breezy, and Austin Creed, I think, and then they had 3 seasons of it, and I know one of the seasons had a Fresh Adventure, so I think the season 3. I don't know if second season, but season 3 had Brandon. It was Creed, Alexa Bliss, Brennan, aka Dio Madden at that time, Athena and Breezy, and their DM was Freddie Prinze Jr.
That makes sense.
But yeah, you can find it. It was Rollout. It came out like they did it in 2018.
I'll have to go back and watch that. But yeah, it is amazing. Like it's yeah, it just works. It works. Like seeing Chelsea like get it and like super get it.
Yeah.
And then like lean into rogue ass behavior like most D&D goblins do.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant.
Oh,
like
and like
it's like
yeah. I gotta check it out. I gotta
I'm trying to save it for literally for this trip that I'm going on. So.
Oh, that's smart.
That's fair. That's fair.
Jacob Fatu's getting the chip.
That reminds me, the new episode of Smarty Pants.
So many things I gotta catch up on. Yeah, I would. Yes. So I want. Okay, so this because Athena's over in AEW. I was thinking about this. I would want. I would love if AEW Games did a D&D thing. And like it would be easy. You have Athena, you have Mason Madden, aka Brendan Williams, who will both be fantastic. Kenny, if he has the time, I don't know. That one is if they can corral him because he's kind of busy.
Like
I'm thinking of the people that would
and
like
decided
just
to be a part of everything. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
I would love to have Kenny on anything, but you know, it's more of like who can we get? Who would Mason? Because it would be Mason Mansoor. It would be those two. It would be for Bronami Code. So like, who could they grab to do something before TV? Like, and it would be.
Yo,
we got an hour and a half before shows live. What are we doing? Let's play.
Everybody's early here because we have to set up for TV.
The problem with that is kind of learning about Kenny Omega. He would say yes, even though he doesn't have the time. He'd be like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, no. Sweet summer child, no.
no. And he wouldn't be able to do it.
Like, dude, you're trying to be literally across the world in like 2 days and be ready for wrestling things because you're afraid of it all going away again.
Yeah.
So you want to do all of it in like a sprint, and you can't do that, Matthew. Like,
yeah. But yeah, so like I'm thinking the people that would be able to just like, or they could set up a shoot. They could probably even still set up a shoot, but that would be up for it and could do it. It would be like, obviously it would be Mace and Mansoor. I don't know if Mansoor knows D&D, but I'm sure he would be fantastic at just at least the role playing. He's a funny ass dude. And Athena, you have Brandon Cutler there and he'd be the obvious DM choice. Evil Uno, I'm sure would kill it. Like, and you know, grab Chugs. Why not? Make it the AEW Games plus Athena. Like, grab Chugs is like. There's, you know what, that would be a killer D&D table. Like that would be awesome. Just Chugs, Evil Uno, Mace and Mansoor, just like right there. Maybe even Harley Cameron if they can get her. Because Lord knows I could imagine her like being like figuring it all out. She would be a savant. She has the skill to just learn so many things and do so many things. Yeah. Did you ever see? Did you ever see the? Was it Up Close with?
No.
It was Renee Paquette. It was obviously because she does Up Close. But with Harley Cameron, it was fun, and she talked about how the fact that she knows how to speak Mandarin, and I was like, well, she talked about, I think once before in the interview she talked about all the different jobs that she had and all the things she worked at, like she had worked in finance, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then like she talked about how basically when she was working in finance in Australia, they had a lot of Chinese clientele, so she just decided to learn Mandarin. She just decided to learn Mandarin for work. Like, oh, Will Ospreay. Is Will Ospreay going to do it?
Wow.
There you go. Billy Goat takes the win. Okay. But yeah, so many fun. So it's just, it seems like with Harley, like what it seems like with her is that if she, like, whenever she's doing something, she just puts her whole heart into it. like she puts everything into whatever she's doing at any given time, whether it was like doing acting or cabaret when she was doing that stuff, or the wrestling thing. She just wants to do okay, what I need to learn, what I need to do, what's like what skills, because like the cabaret thing really, because she did a lot of like theater cabaret, which kind of makes the ventriloquism or the puppetry, I should say, because I think she's more of a puppeteer than she is a ventriloquist, really. But she's good at both. But she's more of a, from what I can tell, she's more of a puppeteer. But like, that makes sense. So she does stage, and she's probably done like entertaining at parties and things like that. So it's like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So it's like, yeah, she just puts her whole heart into everything she does, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns took my title off of.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
All right, I guess I probably can't do that opening match, that main event. All right, well, that's fine. We'll hop back in, just simulate. No matter what the outcome is, we know that Will Ospreay has the casino chip. Maybe we can have that in mind when if we do the next season. Once I set it up, I'm trying to make sure I at least have all the people that I had in the roster this time, and because now I'm thinking like, because we had, we could probably like still kind of do our own keepers rules where we like each pick some keepers from our roster, and like, when we draft, we know that those people are off limits or something like that. I don't know. That was just something.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I love silly rules.
yeah, like, because we have, like, it'll work because they changed it so in the draft for GM mode next time, you had the entire available roster is available in the draft pool. So
Okay.
Instead of like doing the poll. Okay, let's see. Okay, we watch this one. There's no Queen Aminata for us this time. And all in London, in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm sorry to our tribal chief, but I don't want to spend like 15 minutes watching Roman Reigns saunter to the ring.
Right.
Go look up his entrance yourself.
It's like a Taker entrance at this point. Like, come on.
I will say it was funny. They won the other day because he didn't even he just walked straight to the ring, so he didn't pause for pyro or anything.
Yeah.
Until the announcers are like, "Oh, we're not doing pyro." Okay.
Also, Ray Phoenix's new theme is ass cheeks.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because
WWE, they don't do good. They don't do good music anymore.
Yeah.
We don't do iconic theme songs anymore.
Yeah. They don't do, like, honestly, at this point, they don't even do memorable theme songs anymore. They don't even do, like, vaguely
the only
memorable.
person who I think right now has a somewhat memorable, but I think it's more off of them than anything, is like Jey Uso.
Yeah, it's just these.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, Seth Rollins has his like
yeah, but that's crowd interaction.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like
Like, is that the
that's
song or is it the crowd interaction?
Yeah, honestly, it's that, like, more than anything. It's like, if you listen to the song, it's just like, it's a 45-second song that lasts 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Eddie Kingston.
But I would have said Rhea Ripley, but like her song is, once again, it's an outside song, right?
And they honestly, and the thing is, they changed it, and it's not as good as the real one, which is the one with that CF was and the previous one. They changed it to that male voice, and they changed the instrumentals, and I was like, I don't like it. And like, but I mean, it's not bad. I like the femme voice. The femme metal voice feels more Rhea Ripley. It's not a knock on. It's like you said, an outside artist, Motionless in White. So like a good band. So obviously that's gonna be some there's a quality floor where like it's gonna be good, you know.
Yeah, like Motionless in White is not my normal stuff. I can still respect, like, oh yeah, no, they're good at the thing they do. It's just not my thing. Yeah. But like, I can see where the people that like that
and
thing
Rhea likes it,
can latch on to Motionless.
Yeah, in White. And like, Rhea likes it, so you know that's really cool. But yeah, like that's their internal team just like.
I'm struggling to really think of another
like. Roman, we didn't hear it, but Roman's is okay. But again, it's only like, it's one bar that just repeats. It's literally a Def Rebel makes one bar. That's why
it's more his theatrics than anything. That carries the entrance.
Yeah, and it's like, and like the opening pseudo strings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like there's just nothing that like the songs aren't built around the characters anymore. It's just like they're like, hey, this person needs a theme song, and it's already done, and they're just like, all right, here's theme song number 47.
Yeah. And it's like the only thing that like you get to like, it's literally either the wrestler or somebody else yells something of word or phrase and generic theme song. It's like, shh, it's Chelsea Green, and then generic theme song. Like, it's like, and even when Ray Phoenix debuted, everybody was like, we called it. It was just going to be somebody yelling Animo and then some generic shit. Like, and it was literally that, going, Animo! And then some generic rock song. Like, it's like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, you can make. Honestly, I wish they were like. they're not even bad enough where they're not even memorably bad. Like some like bad theme songs could be really fun and memorable, like American Males, like the classic American Males theme song, which is if nobody remembers, goes American Males, American Males, American Males. And it's just that, and it's like, but that's memorable. It's stupid, it's corny, but it's memorable.
B-Team.
Yeah.
The B Team had that.
Yeah.
The B Team had like it was dumb but memorable.
Yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah. It's like, all right. It's one of those sad things where like obviously I'm not a viewer of WWE, but I still want things. I still wish they were better for the people that are. I want better for WWE's fans, you know. That way we can all enjoy wrestling, you know, or whatever we want. But it's just sad. and like I said, I'm gonna repeat this. I am not anti WWE as on behalf of AEW. I am just a hater. Just let me repeat that. I'm not tribalistic. I'm just hateristic. I'm just a petty ass hater. It's as simple as that. My opinions of AEW are...
It's easy to do when shitty people exist.
Yeah.
But they're not there anymore. Punk said it.
Oh, they're not there. They solved the problem by firing one person. Yes, that they fired one person, and that solved the entire work culture. That's like, I think I remember when people were like surprised that documentary went so hard on Vince McMahon and that WWE was okay with it, and I'm like, no, that doesn't surprise me. It's literally, they made him as literal of a figurative scapegoat as you can be, because they put all the work culture sins and all the things on him and lit him on, and has somebody light him on fire. It's like, wow, that guy, Vince McMahon, am I right? Wow, look what he did. Oh man, oh, look at him.
Was it working?
Like,
it's not to say what he did wasn't literally the worst,
but everybody else enabled him. That's the thing. Like, that's the whole point. It's like, they wanted to it be, look what he did, not look what we allowed and enabled him to do. Like, which is what they did. There's so many people that are just as complicit. We're probably just as involved, maybe with other people who probably had victims. I mean, that just haven't been able to speak up, because I don't know if you know, it is very hard to speak up as a victim of assault. The system and the world is not on your side. Like, and especially women, like. Especially if you're a woman, like, the world protects predators. Our society protects predators, and they value and worship predators, and especially that company. I mean, we elected one, but not we, but they elected one president.
No, we got to take the we. We have to take the we.
Yeah. Yeah, we allowed it. Like, it's aggravating. There you go, Roman Reigns. Well, oh yeah, sorry, it was an Iron Man match. I forgot. Like, why is he beating him up after? Wow, this is a new game mechanic. Post match beatdown immediate. Like, but yeah, let's see. What can we? Let me look at the Dynasty card for tomorrow night, just to kind of recap for myself. We have Okay. So let's go down to up the dynasty card. We'll see after I post this. When I post this, it will have already happened, so we can see how we did. So let's go up because it looks like it's like reverse order. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe, Owens Hart Cup tournament quarterfinal. I'm thinking it's fairly. I love Mark Briscoe, but this one seems like a scratch, which is with Kyle Fletcher. It seems like an obvious Kyle Fletcher win, but it'll be a good match. But yeah, or how you guys feeling? Think Kyle Fletcher, or you think Mark Briscoe?
I'd probably give it to Mark Briscoe.
That'd be an interesting thing to kind of have that upset victory. As much as I love Mark,
I think he's been on it. Well, depends on what we're trying to set up, right?
Because Will Ospreay is also in the tournament. But are they gonna bother? Are they gonna keep revisiting that, or
of course? Because I don't think we're done with that yet.
Yeah.
So I want to go back the other way. I'm gonna give
Fletcher,
it to.
How about you, Drew? Same.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just because it feels like one of those things of, at this point, who could use it more?
Yeah.
I think, like, Fletcher could use, like, a move up in the tournament more than Briscoe could, like, from a build him in the eyes of the fans sort of way. Yeah. So I think it's better set up further on.
Ooh, tied match. 1-1. All right. Next up, we have TBS champion and New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion, undisputed British Women's Champion Mercedes Moné versus Julia Hart in the Owen Hart Cup tournament quarterfinal. I
weirdly feel like AEW loves Julia Hart way more than they do Mercedes Moné, and that seems even weird to say.
Moné, I think Mercedes, because it's the worst kept secret that she has a lot of say in her like creative, you know. So, and she's the one kind of like deciding who to like work with, but it'll be interesting. I think this one goes to Moné. I think this is to set up her versus Athena, which further along, which should be really cool.
Oh, it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah,
fucking gonna be a banger.
So I'm gonna go with Moné. What do you guys think?
Oh, 100%.
I'm seeing Julia Hart because I got to be at the center on this one.
Hell yeah.
No, like it's
yeah. You know what? Let's do it. You got to go with the game theory. You got to go, bet the underdog. All right. Next Owen Hart Cup tournament quarterfinal is the aerial assassin Will Ospreay versus
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight. Yeah, Will Ospreay. But honestly, it's going to be another banger. I think the whole point is that Will Ospreay will win and move on for the matchup with Kyle Fletcher. But I think Kevin Knight is going to show out, and it's going to be a really great match.
This isn't one you have to like.
Kevin Knight doesn't need to win.
Play
right
Will
now.
Ospreay is strong without doing a squash. Like it's not.
Yeah, and then he'll win. He'll have a great match. He'll have a great showing, and the whole point is to make sure both of them look good. And Kevin Knight doesn't need to win his matches right now. He's in that early time in his where he can like just have great matches and maybe not win all of them, and then build to when he's getting his winning streak. So that's cool. Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay. Then we have Hurt Syndicate versus the Learning Tree. Big Bill and Brian Keith. Hurt Syndicate, I imagine everybody's saying. Yeah.
You know what? I don't even care. It's just going to be fun.
Yeah. They hurt people.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a fun fucking match.
Like, it's going to be funny. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like,
They're gonna do some fun stuff.
But
Like, the Hurt Syndicate being the straight man to Chris Jericho's fucking goofball antics is it's just
what's funny is like in
Straight
they list it Hurt Syndicate with MVP, but it only says the learning tree, not with Chris Jericho. So we'll take that for what it is. All right, so this is I think where we're getting into more interesting matchups. We have Daniel Garcia versus Adam Cole, Bebe, for the TNT title.
I think you got to give it to Adam Cole. He needs to start upping his profile a little bit again.
It'd be nice, and I think I would put Adam Cole as the guy I'm thinking is going to win this. I mean, it's part of me thinks this might be just to more solidify Daniel Garcia's like reign and like his run as TNT champion, but yeah, I'm probably leaning more Adam Cole. What do you got, Drew?
I think like I like Garcia, but no, you do Adam Cole. You put it on Adam Cole, and then you can build back. Like you could pull back the MJF stuff. Like there's a bunch of stuff you can do to like build Adam Cole back up a little bit. And it doesn't like Garcia doesn't have to like plummet down the card or anything like that. There's a lot of ways you could play that one.
Yeah. Oh no, Daniel Garcia is gonna look great. Because I don't know. They're gonna have a good matchup, but yeah, he'll have other things. There's the Continental Classic around the corner at some point. Like, you could have another great showing on that. Even maybe win it. Hopefully they still tie the Continental Championship when they finish integrating those two titles. The Continental International Championship. Draw!
What?
3-3 draw. It's legendary. Oh. Well, I mean, you know what that means. Eddie Kingston stays champion.
Mm-hmm.
Draw on a legendary Iron Man match. But yeah, I think that should work out well. Okay, so Adam Cole, we're thinking Adam Cole. All right, this one is another one where it has to be obvious. It has to be obvious who wins, because the other outcome will finally break my loyalty to said wrestler. But Chris Jericho versus Bandito, title versus mask. Bandito has to win.
Yep.
You're not taking Bandito's mask off. If Chris Jericho puts himself over, I'm done with him. Like that's the only thing that'll break me. Like I've been okay with it. Me and Deej have been ardent Chris Jericho supporters with what he can actually do with and we've been supportive. Other people have tried to poo-poo on him. But we've been supporting him.
You can take the January 6th wife and the racism, but unmasking Bandito.
Yeah. No, but it's like DJ says, like you just can't. You're just gonna have to deal with problematic people. But yeah.
Yo, no, I get it. Like, if you're gonna have a problematic fave in wrestling, like Jericho's not like. It's gonna be Jericho.
Yeah,
they're worse to have. You could be a Goldberg fan.
Yeah,
like Bret Hart.
But yeah,
I heard Bret's a big fan.
But like, it would at least like I can enjoy the wrestling part. But if the wrestling part is gonna be also him being a big timer, as opposed to him putting somebody over, and like so much so that he's willing to take a luchador's mask. Like, as opposed to giving up the title, that would be bad. So, For my own sanity, it has to be Bandito. But what do you guys think?
No, you're right. Like as much as I will sometimes get on Jericho as a person, I don't think he is as mean-spirited of a man to the wrestlers in the locker room, maybe to the general public. But it's got to be like it's Bandito. Like you don't.
Yeah. And that mask is just cool. What do you think, Kaz?
I want to say Jericho. Just.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this game is very well.
I mean, we live in the worst timeline.
Yeah, we live in the worst timeline, and for so many other things, it's just as realistic.
I'm gonna say it.
All right. So next matchup we have for the Trios Championship, we have the Death Riders of Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, and Wheeler Yuta versus Rated FTR, Cope, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood, aka Cope and FTR. I think I'm thinking it's going to be the Death Riders. I know that a lot of people are assuming it's going to be Rated FTR. But part of me is leaning to that.
Part of the whole thing is like they're having like drama with FTR.
That's the. You know what? I'm gonna go with Rated FTR, and I'm gonna go with them being Trios champions and defending those titles, being what further complicates it. So I'm switching. I'm going Rated FTR so that they can be defending Trios champions, and that could be a further reason for there to be the discourse of whether this is what we wanted or what Dax wanted, which is for them to go for tag titles. So I'm going Rated FTR. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I think that with who I think wins the championship match, it doesn't make sense to not have Rated FTR win here.
Yeah.
Because keeping the belts on Death Riders, or keeping him on there if Moxley isn't losing the belt, like feels a little disjointed for the story they're telling at that part of the card. You know what I mean? So like this could be like some dissension within the rank stuff because everybody has high tensions and Moxley has to like get him back in and whip him back into shape or something. I think that's an interesting story to tell.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need Moxley or them to necessarily have anything, and it enhances it if they both have lost.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, where they want to go with this, because they're going to have the Swerve Hangman lover story right there.
Are you?
At least that's my thought.
Are you going with same Kaz? Or are you?
Yeah, I don't know enough in this space to go one way or the other. So
okay.
I'll go with the crowd.
All right. So 3-way for the International Championship, we have Kenny by God Omega defending the championship versus Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Kenny.
I think this is a showcase match. It's gonna be they're there to showcase who they are, but it's gonna be Kenny Omega so that they can unify with Okada's Continental Championship. I think that's kind of what we're all assuming.
Yes, the winner is truly us in this case. Like, because no matter what the outcome is, this has this has that X Division match levels of like, this could be something you're still asking the wrestlers involved about like 15 years from now.
Yeah.
Sort of shit. Like, it very well could be a banger. I don't see any reason why it won't be. Kenny Omega walks out with gold.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Kaz?
Oh yeah, I said Kenny.
Okay, perfect. All right.
I said Kenny before you even finished reading the card.
All right. AEW Women's World Championship match. Timeless Tony Storm defending against the Megasis Megan Bayne.
Tony Storm.
Yeah. I'm thinking Tony Storm. It's going to be... I don't think it's time to just throw it on to somebody like just random like Megan Bayne. But Megan Bayne's gonna look amazing. As far as like, she's gonna look like a badass. And I think Tony Storm ekes out a victory through cunning wit, and wrestling skill, and Megan Bayne beats the shit out of her after the match.
Or you might have an interference by Mariah.
Yeah.
This is the type of match you put somebody in where you're saying, hey, like, this person is somebody that you need to pay attention to, so we're going to put them alongside the person you're definitely paying attention to.
Yeah.
And then let them put on a good match.
Yeah.
And then that tells people, oh, hey, Megan Bayne might be worth some shit.
Yeah,
on this.
Basically,
like,
exactly what they did with Kevin Knight for his debut match. Of like just putting him against with Jay White, so that people are going to be tuning in to watch Jay White. And then he came in and showed what he could do. Like, people weren't unsure, people weren't aware of who he was, but like they went from the course of the match to not quite knowing who he was to everyone just being totally into him. Like. Because he was able to showcase that. But yeah, I think we were all thinking Tony Storm. And then the main event, whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland challenging Jon Moxley for the AEW Men's World Championship. We all want Swerve. We all want Swerve. We all,
like I said, I think the story you want to tell, the stories you want to tell coming out of this, right? And I'm not saying the Death Riders as a group have run their course, but like the way they're telling the story, I think is
you need the next act, at least. You need the next act of this story.
Right, and you need some tension there. So, like I said, with the Death Riders, I think Moxley loses here for that reason. Also, because of that reason, like, how does Swerve win? Is Hangman maybe involved? Something like that. I think will play into this story.
Hangman either ultimately deciding not to interfere against Swerve, and that being really more the story, to actually almost the Hangman visibly and obviously choosing not to be involved is what it might come down to.
What if they could time it? So what if they could time it so that Hangman distracts Swerve in such a way that Moxley gets himself in bigger trouble, right?
Yeah.
So like Hangman comes up and Swerve catches just a sight of Hangman and like goes after because like he wants to beat the shit out of Hangman. Moxley misses a move because Swerve isn't where he should be logically, and therefore like Swerve turns around and like he gets the win, but he's confused. Something like that. Something like, because I'm thinking of the Golden Lovers rejoin, where there was the Styles Clash that happened, but doing like the reversal of that somehow.
Yeah.
Because Kenny not being able to go after Ibushi then caused Ibushi to like pause on the ropes before he went up to the turnbuckle, which gave AJ enough time to get into position to hit him with a Styles Clash. Is there some way to make the mechanizations work, but it be the opposite ending, right? Like, that's where my head keeps going. And if two motherfuckers could do it, if they could figure it out, it's Swerve and Paige, right? Like, to make it look good and make it make sense. Like, fuck, they could do that shit and be dope.
Oh, damn it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's Swerve. I think we all three of us, I think it's Swerve.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so that's kind of like our lead pipe locks.
All
right. Also, since we're probably not going to be there, probably not back to it unless we do some other gameplay, which I'm thinking. I went to look over at WrestleMania 41. Is it just me, or does it seem like there's not that many matches confirmed? Like,
well, apparently Kevin Owens got hurt. I don't know if that's story or if he actually is hurt.
Yeah. So
him and Randy's grudge match is possibly not happening.
Yeah. So we're gonna go off of our own vibes, or based off of what we kind of like know.
So somebody made a point about the Kevin Owens injury.
Yeah.
He is announcing his effective, like, either permanent or like short term or like I want to come back sort of retirement speech.
Yeah.
He's doing it in the pink jacket.
Yeah.
Which historically has been weirdly used. Because, like, you think of a retirement speech that wasn't a retirement speech. What was the color that the person was wearing?
Yeah.
Like,
Mark
fuck.
Henry.
Yeah.
Like, there's someone's retiring, but it's not me. Fuck you. Like,
yeah.
But if it is real, like, I hope he can come back. Like, it sucks to see somebody like Kevin Owens have to bow out. Just like it sucks that, like, seemingly we're not really gonna see Big E.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and if we did, it would be a goddamn miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to see that with anybody. You don't want to see it with guys like Kevin Owens, Big E, that, like, their entire lives were working for this. So, like, I hope that it's a work. Like, I hope really, really bad it's a work.
That was my immediate thought, too, was like... And then I was like, but what if it isn't?
If it isn't, it sucks. Like, I feel so bad. I like Kevin a lot. Like, is it maybe because one of my, like, all-time favorites and him, like, have done some of the best matches of all time? Maybe. But you don't want to, like, it just sucks.
Yeah.
But you're not doing fucking ballet out there, kid.
Yeah. That way, if you were, you would be more dealing with constant foot injuries rather than neck injuries.
Correct.
Could be doing Swan Lake.
That's true. So
fucking cutting ballet humor, guys.
I always love that reference. Like, this ain't ballet. I'm like, yeah, because nobody had. I doubt. Well, I was like, it's funny because they basically it almost kind of like low key does to ballet what it's trying to combat of what people do to wrestling. It undercuts how physically difficult and painful ballet is.
For sure.
But yeah, that's just a funny aside.
I mean, the man that's attributed to is Corny Boy, right?
Yeah.
Like, we also got to remember the mouth of the person that's coming out of.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look, for like old school territory days, 80s, like wrestling knowledge, there is no one better. As a human being, I think he's one of the worst.
Yeah.
But like, he gets it. Fuck that dude.
He's an old head. That's just a simple thing. Like he's an old head. He's living in the old times. He should just
for
stay
wrestling
there.
had a lot more racism, so
he should just go stay in the old times and leave the rest of us alone. Because like honestly, like yeah, but like who cares about all that old wrestling? like at this point, honestly, I don't care. I don't need to hear stories about that stuff or information about this stuff. I can go back and watch some of it, but like at this point, like
right, we know
fuck
the
old
stories.
wrestling. Fuck old wrestling. Let me just watch new wrestling. Just like we can say, like fuck the 90s, fuck old hip hop, fuck old wrestling. Like I know people are gonna like hate that. Like, oh no, you should know your roots. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna watch my good wrestling from now. Like let me appreciate the fact that I get the final recipe at the end. Like,
and like the thing is like you can like knowing your roots doesn't always mean only caring about your roots, guys.
Yeah.
Like it's just about like, hey, this is what we were dealing with before, and that sucks, and we're here now, and it's better, and that's awesome. And there's still things we can do to make it better, and we want to continue doing those things. Like if all you're doing is living in old school shit and like talking about how much it was better in the before times and the long ago, like it maybe I'm unique, like both wrestling and basketball do this a lot. So maybe I'm just particularly mad about that.
And hip hop, like I said, the old heads ruin everything. Like
I fucking sidebar, fucking the over the top, like Gen Z, like late millennial glazing of LeBron in song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're aware that you're in love with it.
Oh my god, it's the funniest shit in the world.
Also, I love that none of us have. I have gotten around to commenting on it, but none of us have pointed out that Liv Morgan is like 7 foot tall. And this.
No,
I was trying to figure out, like, is Liv Morgan really big or is Kyrie really tiny?
I didn't catch that it was Liv Morgan who was supposed to be in the ring. So, like, I didn't...
I wasn't paying attention either.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't want to say,
I was listening
who is this
to you.
big motherfucker? And, like, it's like, oh, it's this wrestler that, like, just debuted or whatever that, like, I wasn't aware of or whatever. Like... So I was just like trying to figure out in my head, who is this big bitch? Like, who the fuck is this? Like,
but
didn't even register as Liv.
Back
God
to
damn
what
it.
you were saying.
Now we're too far off the rails.
Yeah, that's true.
No. I will say, well, see, it's always weird, right? Because there is a way, there is always a way to kind of like, know your history of thing in a way, right, that doesn't disrespect what is now and the evolution of thing.
Yeah.
And then there's just glazing the time where you thought you were cool.
It's like, yeah,
you know. And sometimes that's the problem, is some people glaze the time where they thought they were cool. And they're like, oh, you should really know about this, when really what they're saying is like, I want attention.
And I
like,
wish I could go
but-
back in time. I can't accept the passage of time. I can't mentally,
It's
yeah.
It's the most annoying shit. It's
Old heads ruin
like fucking.
But yeah, let's go back to the. I want to actually go through the card. So we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Are they still sticking with the Jade Cargill project?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the actual push.
Yeah.
I would agree. Like
it makes sense.
They've tried more for people with worse talents than Jade.
Yeah.
And I think Naomi, like, as much as I hate to say it, she's somebody that the crowd, Jesus Christ, she's somebody the crowd will always have a soft spot for.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if you're gonna put Jade over, who do you put her over against? Somebody that like isn't gonna look bad in defeat. That's Naomi. And Naomi and Jade, for like their styles,
yeah,
can put on a banger match.
Yeah.
Like, and Naomi knows what she's doing. So I trust that one.
Also, like, who's the messy one who's trying to like trying to throw out rumors against Jade Cargill is what I want to know.
Oh,
I'm here for backstage drama. All right. Kaz, did you say who you were going for? Who you were not going for, but who you think?
I just said I think this is the Jade push.
Yeah.
The solo Jade push.
Yeah.
Because you gave her time to build a little bit of fandom, get people kind of on her side. Now you make her a face, and you see if the bird has wings.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. All right. I don't know if we really want to
just sim all the matches because.
What the hell's happening with the belt? What I don't know. Okay, the next one is like a bit of an unknown because they don't even have the opponents lined up yet. But I don't know who they're setting up because we don't know the storyline. What's the momentum going towards? Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are set to defend the titles against it says gauntlet match winners. So apparently next SmackDown there's going to be a tag team women's gauntlet match.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like somebody who they're like rivals with that is probably going to be set up to?
I have no idea about that at all, if I'm honest.
I feel like it's there's been a couple people, so I'm not super duper sure. It could be a push for Alexa Bliss somehow because she hasn't done much since the Rumble. Trying to think who else. Team with, I mean, there's always constantly like Kari and Dakota.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like,
or weirdly enough, all of a sudden Rhea Ripley shows up with a tag team partner.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhea Ripley and Jordan Grace for no reason. just randomly them, the two muscle babes.
That's very random.
Yeah.
That's not even.
Yeah. But I don't know. I say whoever is the challenger is gonna win. Whoever is the challenging team is gonna win. Because that's usually what it's set up for. Apparently Dustin Rhodes' entrance is not set up, so we can skip his. We can just listen to Kingdom, which I will likely have to mute from the YouTube video.
I think we just skip all the entrances. This thing has crashed so many times.
No, the entrances are fine. It literally is, once it's in here, it's fine. We know that it'll work. It's when it's loading. Once it loads, it's fine. Like, we're all good to go. And we can just go quickly sim matches to catch up. There's your AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Cody Rhodes, not defending the world title at this All In, but challenging for the tag titles. Of course, I say it, I'm going to mute this. I'm probably not, just because it's likely not going to get a copyright strike. And we're not relevant enough to monetize, so we don't have to worry about that. Cody Rhodes. All right, so what do you guys? Do you guys also think that whoever is the challenger is going to win the titles for against Liv and Raquel?
No, I think it's gonna stay.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't, and it's for the United States Championship. Even
LA
more
Knight
so.
is just cannon fodder at this point.
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but
yeah, I mean,
I feel like they feel like they gave him a fair shot, and it didn't really go anywhere.
he's at this point, like, yeah, and they're building around Jacob Fatu in for the future, who's 10 years younger than LA Knight, and has a lot higher ceiling. Where LA Knight is kind of like, he's not just like, it's not that he's old, he's just so old school.
Mm-hmm.
He's really just like, he's just like of another era in a way that isn't like a fun throwback. He's good at it, but like, he's just, he might be just at this point a little outdated.
Who, Fatu?
No, LA Knight.
LA Knight.
LA Knight?
Yeah, he's just like a rock stone cold, like in that mold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it might feel dated, but I don't know. But I think Jacob Fatu is the guy they're going to be pushing.
The dog has feelings.
Yeah.
I think the dog's an LA Knight
So we're
fan.
all thinking Jacob Fatu.
Everybody except for the dog.
LA, he's going out. It's like fucking
Dog's
LA
LA Knight all the
Knight.
way.
We don't see him. We don't. Yeah. We don't see him, but he's doing the LA, the Eli, the hand thing. Where is it? What was that? It's like he does the I love you. But yeah, AJ Styles is fighting some jobber. So I think he'll win. Kind of have one of his last cool showcase matches. It's weird for him to face some like local talent at WrestleMania of all things, but just have a match and a WrestleMania payoff. So yeah. Women's World Championship, Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. What
Traditionally, Io Sky tends to lose these.
Yeah. Traditionally, Japanese women tend to lose these.
Yeah.
So
But I don't think that train is stopping anytime soon. So.
Yeah.
So Bianca Belair, your new
Women's World Champ.
Women's World Champ.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Drew, you thinking the same thing?
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Are they
as much as I wanted to be Jey Uso? I still don't know.
I don't
know.
I think that therefore I am. Yeah, I don't know that he's. I don't know that it should be Jey Uso.
I think it should be.
I don't know.
I think he has the fandom. I think he can carry
popularity,
entertainment wise and popularity wise, yes, he does not always put on the most banger of matches, but like, who cares?
Yeah, but I think it would be a big enough moment, and that's the only thing that WWE really cares about a lot of times. That I'm gonna lean towards. I'm gonna go Jey Uso. Drew, what do you think?
The thing to me is, this is it's one of those WrestleMania matches where you put it on the face because it's WrestleMania. Like, you put it on Jay. Like, you give the, like, nice, fun moment.
Yeah.
Like, and I would say the same with the next match. You have to, right? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't. I don't. If they don't put Jey Uso going over the big monster heel and Gunther at WrestleMania, then when the fuck do you take the belt off of Gunther next?
Yeah. I definitely see where Kaz is talking about as far as like maybe we don't know if he's ready for it, but yeah, I like I said, I think they just go for the big moment, and they will have nothing for him after he's champion. But that's neither here nor there. Other than him yelling "yeet" over and over again. Which is what they've had.
And then he'll lose in 3 seconds to Brock Lesnar or something.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna put it on Charlotte Flair. I think Charlotte Flair is gonna win this. She shouldn't, but she will. But what do you guys think?
I've enjoyed Tiffy time up until the Charlotte Flair thing. So for me, I would rather just move past this and then go back to Tiffy time.
Yeah.
And get to have fun, better matches with better opponents.
Yeah.
Because this shit has been boring.
Yeah. What do you think?
This shit is a snooze fest.
What do you think, Drew?
Well, I was thinking in my head at first of how you line up these matches. Or I was thinking of it in the way the matches are lined up in the list. If Jey Uso and Gunther is before Tiffany and Charlotte on the card.
And remember, we still haven't like split them up into night 1 and night 2. So.
Oh shit! There are multiple nights to this thing.
Yeah, it's night 1, night 2. We don't know this. We like it says night TBA, so we don't know which night one of either match is going.
Right, but because like to me, if you have Charlotte Flair win, and you put this championship match right up against the Gunther Jey Uso. With Charlotte winning the belt, I think the crowd would be like more hungry for like a good guy win because fuck Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
But like I think I just don't find Charlotte Flair interesting. But like you put the belt on Flair again. You put it on a monster heel, like. And you tell a couple of those stories for a while because that's what Charlotte is now. Like, let's face it.
Yeah. Actually, Let me move my controller and okay, I'm not accidentally in control of John Moxley because like what the fuck, John? He's literally doing
He's
nothing.
waiting for his moment, dude.
He's waiting to call a spot. There, he's just literally standing there. What's going on? He's like, what is he doing?
God knows what he's doing, okay, dude? Chill, dude. He's been doing this longer than you. He knows what he's doing.
If Muda gets pinned,
it's gonna be
with
hilarious.
Moxley just standing there, it's gonna be real funny.
What are they?
He's trying to let Cody have his moment. See, every time he goes in, somebody takes his spot. He's like, guys. Team effort.
But yeah, we got 2 Tiffys and a Charlotte. We have 2 Charlottes and a Tiffany. For that match. All right, let's go. Night 1, alleged main event. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, and versus Seth Rollins in a triple threat match.
I think they give it to Punk because it's his first WrestleMania.
I think they go for the big feel-good moment and give it to Punk.
Mm-hmm. And then you can continue this weird storyline between him and Roman over who gets the rights to Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman on a pole match.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have put that on the universe. What do you think, Drew?
Man, I don't know what you do, like what the story is coming out of this, right? Because that's usually my method of predicting these things.
Yeah.
It's like Paul Heyman becomes a Seth Rollins guy. Paul Heyman says fuck CM Punk and fuck Roman Reigns.
It's the old like the old
he leaves the ringside to Paul fucking Heyman on the screen.
Yeah, and yeah, it's like that episode of Salute Your Shorts where Bobby Budnick was camp head counselor for a day, and he settled the argument about who gets to keep the frog between the two, the hippie chick and the mean chick, and he has them play tug of war with the frog. And then he decides to give it to the one that let go first because she actually cared about the frog. But now Paul Heyman is like, well, neither one of you will let go of me. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with them. Screw both of you.
What?
Want to go see Waltz talk?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't even fully know what she said, but I'm down.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in. Son of a bitch, I'm in. But yeah, I'm taking Punk. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Cody Rhodes.
I think, yeah. Man, even looking at this card, I'm like, other than Cody Rhodes and John Cena, which I think there's going to be
Cody
good match.
did have his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah. John Cena could. I mean, yeah. That could be a way
Cody
for...
already had his WrestleMania moment.
So they could go for that moment. I don't know. I kind of...
And you could have this weird moment where John's like, I'm not really leaving.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh my God.
He could steal the summer of Punk. It'll be the summer of Cena.
Mm-hmm.
But finally, Moxley's doing something. Running away. Getting out of
This is
the
what he's
cage.
been waiting for. This is what he's been building up to.
It's like he's been staying healthy so he can escape the cage.
When is Cena supposed to retire?
WrestleMania.
Next WrestleMania or this WrestleMania?
He's supposed to just hit all the big spots and then retire.
That's my thing, PD.
Yeah.
It's never been clear. Is it this Mania or next Mania?
So
like, when's the last one?
Yeah, you know
With
what?
every pay-per-view, he's been like, this is the last one.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna put my chips on Cody Rhodes, but I can see the argument for Cena. But what do you guys think? There's fucking Buddha in the ring.
Oh, I'm definitely on the fucking Cody wagon.
Yeah.
No.
I think Cena's a more interesting draw for the win. But
it's Cena.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have one more time with the belt, and he's just gonna shit on all the fans during it. Like, he's going to turn into the I'm not, like, the anti-fighting champion, right? Like, what was his thing when he had the US title? It was being that fighting big time, I'm here every night champion. Do the exact opposite, right? Like, that's the character you're telling. And I looked it up. It's the end of 2025 is his last year. So this is his last Mania. That was his last Rumble, because he's not going to wrestle in 2026.
Yeah. Dude.
So this is his...
Allegedly.
He's doing it by calendar.
Allegedly.
Right. You never say never in wrestling, right? But, like, that's the story they're telling. So, yeah, him having a Summer of Punk and losing it, like,
I hope this main win
before the... I wouldn't even put it past WWE doing some dumb shit where they do a New Year's Eve pay-per-view.
Yeah. New Year's
And he
Eve.
loses that shit at midnight. Or whatever.
Sky Blue window.
But this would also put him over Flair, right?
Yeah.
Well.
And they love their numbers. They love their...
Even if the numbers are weird because they're counting... They're not counting all of the, like, weird territory bullshit title switches.
Yeah.
That were like, oh, you're not champion on Sunday, but you're champion again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And nobody's 100% sure why. But Flair sure seems to want to count those ones. Because Flair is a crazy person.
Yeah.
Hey, kids. Cocaine's bad.
There was something I saw
Also
where somebody was just
boring.
like, I think they were like, they live in Atlanta and they go out to bars a lot, and they were like, you know, if you live here, you know what's not weird to see? Ric Flair at a bar hitting on 20-year-old women. And you're like, but if you don't live here, you know what's weird to see? Ric Flair at a bar hitting on 20-year-old women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, honestly, probably not that weird. It just is... I don't know if it's weird as much as it is random. Like,
I think it's the if you don't live here, it's just you're like, is that
it seems more random and out of place.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's like if you live there, you're like, oh,
yeah, that's just,
Flair's here again.
they're probably about to get kicked out for like got kicked out from that other place. I don't remember what, like, for like and cut off. Oh my god.
You'd be like, at least I don't have to buy the next round.
But yeah.
Yep.
It's the eye of the tiger. I don't know why that popped in my head. I apologize to everyone.
I hope for the best. But like, I hope it turns out to be at least a fun card and people that watch enjoy.
Yeah, I think it'll have its moments. It always does,
Yeah.
but it always depends on the direction it goes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Is like I said, I won't be watching, but I'll keep. I'm sure I'll find out what happened on either Blue Sky or on r/Squared Circle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Instagram will let me know.
Oh, hey, side note, Kaz.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Instagram, I have like 40 unread messages from you, so.
Oh, I don't care. I just send shit.
I
Yeah.
I'm a
don't
monster.
remember the last time I looked at a reel, dude.
It's okay. I'm not one of those people. I don't have expectations.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, check this out when you can.
Half the time, it's some fucked up shit that I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I saw it, so someone else has to.
Exactly. It's like I had to deal with this. You should too. Like, I need to share the misery. Also, like I said on Blue Sky, when Mina Shirakawa's coming to AEW, and I want. He probably won't do it, or at least he might do it for like the early matches. But I want Tony Khan to get this actual version, the actual Dansaku Ludo, rather than like Mina's necessary knockoff. That because Stardom isn't gonna have that Donomar money. I want Tony Khan to get the actual Dansaku Ludo. But if not, I'll settle for Mikey Ruckus just pulling out a reggaeton banger. What the? Hey, you know,
Really?
I was wrong about once it's loaded.
You're a motherfucker.
Yeah, mods are
Joe,
fun.
hey!
All right.
What that dog do?
He was about to shit in my slipper.
It's like, I mean,
Maybe you deserved it, dog.
He's
You ever
really
think about
serious about that. About his thoughts about your thoughts on LA Knight. I mean, that's just how it feels. Like, yo,
Have
you gonna
ever
shit
thought
on
to think
LA
that
Knight? I'm gonna
maybe
shit in
you
your
deserved
shoes.
Huh? Did you shit in my slipper?
No.
Oh.
And what if he did, Drew? And what if he did?
Man. And I want that. You know what? I want to start using that instead of who's shitting your cereal. I want to say from now on just who's shitting your slipper. Who's shitting your slipper?
He was about to shit in my slipper.
I think you might have deserved it, all right?
Yeah.
What?
Maybe, just maybe. All right. Let's see.
Okay, I'm getting you making fun of me here, and I'm getting these assholes making fun of me through the internet. Can't fucking get away from them.
Not ever, never.
Nope.
I'm
long as
gonna
you
have
know
to
me.
throw my
Stuck with us.
slippers in the washer.
You're
As
stuck
long
with
as
us.
you've known me, Drew. Come on now.
When I need to, I will show up. I will show up in Ohio.
I didn't see that.
Believe. We both will. we both will.
I do need to make at least one Ohio stop
Yeah.
soon.
Go check out. I like. There's so many like cities.
A lot more in Ohio. Or is OhioCon dead yet? I remember there being some controversy.
What was OhioCon?
Wasn't it OhioCon? That like there was a bunch of like pro-Israel weirdness.
I know Gen Con had some Zionist stuff.
I could be wrong.
Immediately tell me more and less at the same time.
Why are they boycotting OhioCon? OhioCon drama explaining. OhioCon in turmoil. Boycott looms over Ohio's anime. But it does seem to be. I know Gen Con. They still. It looks like they're still having or had OhioCon this year.
They're still having it.
When does it usually?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have Kaz go to the con that nobody's fucking going to.
Yeah, no. I'm just curious.
It's like, oh, everybody left this because like they're weirdly pro-Israel.
All right, I was just curious
like, hey,
of when the
Kaz, why don't
dates
you
are.
hitch your wagon to that in con season? Like,
Okay. Ohio. This is a wild tag team championship match.
Kaz's gonna win tomorrow. That's all I know.
Let's see.
And then unless they want the first overall, they don't have to give a shit about nothing for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Go home. The rest of the regular season.
Let me see. I gotta see what the Heat schedule looks like. I think it's going terribly if you wanted them to tank, but everyone wanted them to tank. But this late run has been pretty cool.
Yeah. Or somehow getting rid of Jimmy Butler made everybody else play way harder defense.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck did that happen?
It's like
if the offense would have been like drastically different, that would have been one thing. But the offense, at least the games that I've watched, the offense seems the same. It just seems like everybody's trying more, which usually means better defensive production.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
This is all despite the efforts of one Scary Terry Rozier. Like, what was it? Like, he got hurt recently, and like he might have to set out some games, and like people were joking. It was like, "Yo, get your rest, dog. Just get your rest, dog." Like the Heat fans were like, "Yo, get your rest, dog. We cool." Just like, don't worry, you can sit this one out.
This stuff really you wrong.
Right.
Yeah. So far, the playoff picture. We have, as we get into basketball breakers, because I mean that's part of this podcast. Honestly, that's part of the show is our NBA analysis discussion. Well, this is the semi replacement for sports odds and ends lately. We should.
Also, speaking of sports. Somebody asked Mark Cuban what he thought about the Luka trade. And he was basically like, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. At least what I know of basketball. I think Luka's a really good get. But I don't have any say in that anymore. So I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Mark
me.
Cuban.
I mean, that means like I'm gonna separate myself from this Because
y'all know I don't have a say
yeah.
anymore, right? Because I wouldn't have done that. It's like I know ball, but like I don't know. Maybe the guys that got running this don't know ball no more. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like I know.
He was literally like, it wasn't me.
I understand. Eat the rich. Fuck billionaires. Whatever. When it comes to the guillotine, he's near the bottom of the list.
Right there.
Let's be fair, because goddamn.
Oh yeah. Look, certain people still have to go. It doesn't mean you can't be sad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be the
Some we sell
crying Denzel
t-shirts.
with the gun pointed meme.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why don't you make me do it?
All right, so it looks like as it stands right now, these things are going to change. We have the plans are, and it's probably going to change by the time it gets to the playoffs, because we still have a whole week of games, right? Still have quite a few games. Play-ins are on the West. It's Mavericks and Kings, and Timberwolves and Clippers. On the East, it's Bulls Heat, Magic Hawks. Yeah, and then right now as it stands, we got those are 7 through 10. Doesn't matter what it is. Pistons are at 6. Pistons are the number 6 seed. Bucks are 5. Pacers are the 4 seed. Knicks are the 3 seed. Fuck Boston is at the 2nd seed. And the Cavs are the 1st seed right now.
Yep, their magic number is 1 to keep that. And when it comes to the overall record right now, the Cavs don't hold their own destiny. They need
the Thunder.
OKC to lose 2 or 3.
Yeah, they're behind,
and they
in
need
losses.
to win out.
They're behind in the loss column, so it's like, but that might not be a top priority. And it depends on how well they play on the road, which I presume well.
For me, it's literally get the win and then get guys rest.
Yeah.
Don't get injured, you
rest, and then but make sure that you get them rest, but don't ice them, because I think people overdo the getting rest and lose momentum. But
if you're the last game of the season, maybe, but up until then, you should just be dropping their minutes by 10.
Yeah.
Is that
trash can
30
attacked
minutes?
to that? Oh wait, the table just disappears. That trash can was just permanently attached to that table. It's the geometry was video game. But yeah,
trash can bouncing.
Yeah.
But Kenny's been limiting their minutes a lot, anyways. As a coach, a lot of coaches will run their guys 35. They'll run them near 40 minutes a game, 38 to 40 minutes a game. He's been running everybody close to 30. So if he runs them at 25 to 20, I think you still get what you want while not completely icing them and making that first game really tough.
Yeah. So that should be good. I as far as what I want for the Heat, if they don't manage to kind of drop out of the playoff race, which is it's wild to say, and maybe ensure a little bit better chances at the lottery. Mm-hmm. If they make it into the playoffs, I just want to see them get as far as they can. Whatever that is, let's see, hopefully get as far as they can. They're obviously not going to go too far, because it's compared to everybody else, including Cavs included. The scrappy as they are, they're over the long season. I'm not saying they're going to go too.
Don't ever give the Knicks a chance at anything. They will find a way to fuck it up.
Well, we're not playing on that side of the bracket, though.
I know. I'm just letting you know.
I'm saying we don't get far enough to deal with the Knicks.
Yeah, neither will the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. They're not gonna end up an obstacle for the Heat. Because if they were, I think
They're going to trip over their own shoes.
Yeah.
Look at what.
I think, and
Also, on
also
paper,
the Pistons are good. So the Pistons, I think the Pistons, from what I've seen, their momentum, they have a really good shot.
If you look at the Knicks on paper, and like with the record they have, there should be a lot more confidence in that team than there is, and there's just not. Just the eye test is like, oh, these guys are gonna get like exposed in the playoffs, like in weird ways by someone, and it doesn't make any sense because they were so strong the last 2 years, and it just something is broken in the New York Knicks, and it doesn't make any sense.
Always has been, honestly.
No, we know it's broken. It's our ownership.
That's true.
So I'm looking forward to Pistons, and Pistons will then be our hope for making sure the Celtics are eliminated.
Fuck the Celtics.
Yeah,
for all time.
Because I don't think I'm not counting on the Magic or the Hawks to do it. Whoever wins with that matchup.
Which I don't know what the fuck is happening. That, like, I'm looking at this and it's like, well, yeah, the Celtics are scary, but like, there's a lot of good competition in the East, and it still feels like, hopefully it's not a foregone conclusion that it's the Celtics, Cavs in the finals, but like, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Even though like the Pistons look great, the Knicks, again, the talent they have on the roster should be looking scarier than it is. It just isn't. It just, I don't know. It's so weird. The Knicks are so weird. The Knicks are so weird this year. I don't understand.
This is what we do. This is what we do. You look good, and then you're like, hold on.
They give you hope.
Is New York back? New York, baby. And then they go, oh, I slipped on my own shoes.
Yeah, them and the Mets.
Good.
It's just a New York team thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks, the Mets. I don't know enough about the Islanders or the Rangers.
The Islanders and the Rangers are sometimes pretty good.
Yeah.
But weirdly enough, in hockey, I picked the Devils.
Yeah.
It's the only Jersey team I'll root for.
Yeah.
Straight up Jersey team I'll root for.
Yeah. And I'm
gonna say you're a big '90s Nets fan, is that?
Fuck no. I'm a sad Knicks fan my whole life.
Exactly.
Not even cold envelopes could save you. Yes.
But yeah. So on the West we have Grizzlies as the 6th seed, the Warriors at the 5th seed, Nuggets at 4th, the Lakers at 3rd, Rockets at 2nd, and the Oklahoma City Thunder at the number 1 seed. Obviously, which is probably going to stay that way. From looking at, I think they may have already locked it, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they've
so they are
that.
the locked in 1 seed. Everything else.
The fuck is happening in the corner of this goddamn ring?
I don't know. Raquel's just having a moment. Just let her be.
Abaddon and Io Sky are gone at it, and fucking June
and Abaddon just won the tag titles for them.
That was whatever, man.
It's a video game moment.
But it's OKC looks so ridiculously strong, but having LeBron actually play forward for the first time seems to have unlocked something in the Lakers that is just like, what the heck is happening?
Yeah, but this is one of those things that always happens. Is like LeBron gets a little spur, and then like everybody's like, "Oh shit," and then they fizzle out in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just have a feeling that's the Eastern Conference Finals. And if you would have said the Lakers were or Western, I had a few. If you would have said that, it was Lakers were in the Western Conference Finals to me at the beginning of this season, I would have punched you in the throat.
Yeah.
And now it's happening, and it feels dumb.
LeBron will always be able to get to the playoffs. He just can't always finish in the playoffs.
Right. And that's the thing. I think it'll be a great Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think LeBron will prove again, like, he's still fucking good at this somehow, way past what he should have been.
Yeah.
And how much longer is this gonna be the thing where it's like, oh fuck, LeBron's doing shit again? Like,
He's an alien.
Who knows? He's an alien. He's got the Monstar body. Like, what the fuck do we?
I mean,
don't fucking know anymore. But like, yeah, I think it's OKC. I think OKC goes over.
Yeah.
Goes over. What the fuck am I saying?
My man spec'd his build into, fucking one class and just, really min-maxed. So.
All right. Well, you got all of the basketball things. Too bad you can't read more than 10 pages of a book. But like,
too bad you're not a good father.
Oh, what? Hold on.
You're shooting.
What?
You're shooting, brother.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I would,
Tell
me he didn't set his son up for failure.
Yeah. I'm like I've said before, I don't mind, I relish and I embrace
all right.
being petty as hell. And
I mean,
I would love it would be impossible, and it would involve you know what? I want I want, at least in some way, for the Heat to do better than just the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I don't think the Golden State Warriors are like.
They won't make it out of the first round, and the Heat likely won't make it out of the first round because if they win the plan, they would be facing y'all, and I don't think they're beating y'all. So the Cavs, I mean, but I want them to do better than the Warriors. You know what? I want the Warriors to get blown out, and the Heat to like hang in there, maybe lose in like 6 or 7, or maybe 5. 5, and like the Warriors get like swept. Like, that's just me being petty as hell, and I don't care what anyone thinks about it. But yeah, I'm like I was also looking up upcoming Ohio conventions. There's Canton Akron Comic Book Toy and Nostalgia Show tomorrow at the St. George Serbian Orthodox Church in Canton, Ohio. There's Sakai Con.
I'm not far from Kim.
Yeah. This is probably far from me, but Sakai Con in Newark, Ohio.
Newark, I'm not even sure.
Anthro, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. Is that a furry convention?
Oh yeah, Anthrocon.
Yeah. What's Anthro, Ohio?
There's 2 big ones. One's in Columbus and one's in Pittsburgh, I think.
Yeah.
If you take down the planes to either one, the cybersecurity infrastructure is going to be way worse in this country.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a Fae and Fur. The annual furry convention. That's cool.
One of the better ones.
Let's see. What else? Okay. We have Erie Culture Fest in Westlake, Ohio. Final BossCon in Rio Grande, Ohio, at the University of Rio Grande.
Yeah,
Colossal Con, of course.
Colossal, yeah, Colossals. A lot of people like Colossal a lot. When you put a summer convention in one of the biggest water parks in the country,
That might be fun to do maybe next year. Maybe we like all do that. I don't know if.
Oh man, the kids getting interested in making the characters that she's been drawing and making comics of into cosplays, so it would not be hard to convince a small child who loves to swim, hey, do you want to wear your costumes in a group of other people wearing costumes and also swim?
And
I think that would be an easy...
Visit a really rad water park. Western Ohio Toy Show in Eaton, Ohio. Brickfest Live Cleveland.
Oh, is that a Lego thing?
Let me see.
I think I've heard of Brickfest.
This
I think that's, yeah, it's a Lego thing.
That's cool. Animate Columbus. Or should I say, Animate Columbus. This is GameCon in Archbold, Ohio. Origins Game Fair in Columbus. Tor Gamers Market in Sandusky. There's a Brickfest Live Columbus. And Anime Ohio and Sharonville, Ohio. I'm just having fun looking at all these like these cons. Buckeye Comic Con in Grove City, Ohio.
Did you order those sheets the other day?
No.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Like Nightmare Week in Cleveland. I wonder if that's like horror. I mean, I would assume it's horror stuff.
Yeah, Nightmare Week is big. There's also, and that's right around Halloween, bunch of movies and stuff like that. There's also Cedar Point.
Ooh, Mick Foley is going to be a Nightmare Weekend.
Who?
Mick Foley.
Oh. Weird get. A bad get. Just weird.
Yeah.
But I guess, like, tangentially, like, the Mankind character is all based in horror, right?
Yeah. Bless you.
But yeah, no. There's that one, and then in Sandusky, there's, Cedar Point has a big fucking Halloween presence. Not Halloween Horror Nights. They, called Halloween Weekends.
Yeah.
And it's, like, they do all the rides up real good for Halloween, all that sort of stuff. But then, like, any kid over 13 or 14, like, in the park,
Yeah.
like, you can purchase, like, a cheap, like, hey, hang this on your neck if you don't want scared, giant light-up skull necklace.
Yeah.
So that, like, the people don't scare you, but the entire park turns into, like, a haunted house, essentially.
Yeah.
As you're going from ride to ride.
Yeah.
It's I've went once or twice. It's a good time if you like that sort of thing. And you also like roller coasters. Good time.
Also, I'm seeing a fact that Mercedes Moné and Harley Cameron are teaming up tonight as a preview for the ON tournament. And we saw that like headline that apparently Harley Cameron said that like the puppet, the Mercedes puppet was Mercedes Moné's idea when she found out that Harley can do ventriloquism. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. He wanted to like showcase something that you know could like that Harley showcase Harley's like personality and talent. So it's like, which kind of goes and kind of puts a hole into like the kind of shit that people like to talk about when they Mercedes money.
And I'm not saying she doesn't
have her own
have her issues. But like there's a horsewoman from that group that seems like a really politicky, backstabby sort of person, and it's not
her.
It's not her. Like, there's somebody that feels very politicking in the back to get their way sort of person.
Yeah,
and I don't get that from her.
With fucking also one of the biggest things. So this is unrelated to those horsewomen, but it has to do with the horsewomen idea. One of the biggest things that bothered me was the insistence on like everyone to make horsewoman versus horsewoman a thing, when it really the other quote unquote 4 horsewomen, it would not be a good match because at the time particular, both Marina and Jessamine Duke were green as goose shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Marina has kind of like has put in the work lately, but you know, and she's been doing all right. I think she still has a lot of growth to do, but she's doing all right. But like, it was like, it would be just like, it would just be Shayna Baszler like having to carry most of the match on their side. Like, even like Ronda isn't that great. Again, she had that Logan Paul thing where they really just choreographed a great match to make her look good, but also she's a bitch and a transphobic cunt. So, so that's the other reason why I didn't want. It's like, you know what? Fuck that. Give me, you know what I would rather have? Give me the 4 horsewomen versus trifecta +1. Like, find a 4th person to add to well, it was trifecta. Yeah, it was bring in you know, I love Mercedes Martinez and what she's been doing on Our Water, but you know, at the time, what I was thinking was like, just bring in Nicole Savoy, Mercedes Martinez, find us like 4th person that could use the work with the group, you know, and just have that team, you know, the quote unquote trifecta, like, you know, have that, and it would be Shayna Baszler, Mercedes Martinez, Nicole Savoy, and like, I don't know, at the time, Sonya Deville could work. Like, we can't get Mercedes Martinez, bring in Nicole Savoy, and just have the team they eventually had with Sonya Deville and like some other shooter like Zoe Stark or somebody similar. I don't know, but like that was never a dream match for me. Hey, Doctor in the Dew. Thank you for the raid. Also, thank you to probably a little while ago. Oh no, this minute. Mike Honcho 5252 for the follow. We got all 80 of you kind of come and hang out. Welcome to the show. We're hanging out. We're just about to wrap up, which is the unfortunate thing, but I'm glad you can be with us. This is one of the things that we do. We call it the Fanny Pack Wrestling 2K24 and MyGM. It's usually 4 of us, but we have 3. We have a lot of mods going on. We're doing our final spectacular all in main event. Kaz just left. It's like
Fuck him, I guess.
Kaz is Kaz is just in protest. He's like, no. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoy it and stick around for other things that we do, including we have a couple podcasts. We do some variety streaming. At least I do. We're probably going to follow this up with some other fun like wrestling content as soon as we get things set up for other things, like either definitely have a season for 2K25. We got plans for that. Maybe have some, like, since we can draft anybody, maybe even crossover keeper league stuff. But I also have plans for other stuff, like maybe Wrestling Empire. All of us doing co-op booking mode in Wrestling Empire. That ridiculous video game.
I've never played that.
Yeah,
it's okay. I didn't super enjoy it, but it has a lot of.
We might do one off of that, but with, like, again, modded, because I'm looking at mods with, like, where they get put real names and real brand of, like, wrestling companies and things like that, so we can have fun with that for a show. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Hope you enjoy this match and our talk, our discussion. And if you want to watch what you missed, go to the YouTube. youtube.com/RebelliTV. This will be up. All right, that's enough of my spiel. But thank you for the raid.
Along with things about music and things about D&D.
Yeah, this where oh yeah, the freaking, yeah, the horsewoman. And well, at this point you can't do the horsewoman anymore, but now at this point it never, and I also just never, it never had a purpose. Like, people just wanted, there was like a name that, it was a name versus a name. I don't think anybody actually was interested in a match. I'm going to say that. Nobody actually cared about a match between those two teams, quote unquote. Because they weren't actually interested in a wrestling match. They thought it would be interesting for those two teams that were named similarly for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, one for kind of being a pillars of a certain era of WWE women's wrestling, and one because they all went with Ronda Rousey to PWG shows. It's her friends that went with her to PWG shows. That's it. That's the only thing that made that group. So it was silly, and honestly, I put too much of a rant on it, because I think people have moved on at this point. And also. Also, intriguing. The other factor is, when does Jack Perry come back and play a factor in all this whole storyline? Because he was clearly set up as like somebody that was going to be part of this in some facet. Somebody from the elite that would be play a factor in this somehow.
Right.
Does he, like, is it soon? Is it closer to, like, All In? Is it play the factor of being the last member of a team AEW for Blood and Guts? Or
I think that could be a really interesting play. like him at Blood and Guts. I think it's too soon yet. Like, I think that, like, and he's a guy that, like, when he comes back, people are going to be excited that he's back. So you don't have to rush it. Like, you can give it time if it needs time.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting how his part plays out. All right. Did I hear this? Thank you. All right. Random other thing. What? Is there anything you guys are looking forward to checking out in, just in general, in media in general, in the near future? Donald.
I hate that I'm curious about the Minecraft movie.
Flint Steel! I am Steve.
Wait, what? What about the Minecraft movie?
I'm curious about it.
Oh, I'm not in the slightest. I think
I wasn't.
Jack Black is reaching Will Ferrell levels of annoying to me.
I wasn't interested, and then like I saw the Technoblade thing, and I was like, oh, fuck. Like that.
I think there will be a bunch of references and all that shit.
But honestly,
like
most of the references are from that TikTok. From that one TikTok. And honestly, all the lines from that one TikTok are going to be the thing that people go to Rocky Horror Picture Show, the movie, and that's it.
Yeah, but see, Rocky Horror Picture Show is a good movie.
But no, I'm not saying it's going to be Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm just using it as a reference for like The Room, like where it's going to be a thing that maybe some people ironically go to see a Minecraft movie just to yell those lines, and that's it.
But here's the problem.
It's not going to. I'm not comparing it to those movies. I'm just saying that like it's going to be the.
Here's
thing.
the problem.
But it's going to be forgotten after.
People don't understand camp now. I don't think people understand camp anymore.
I think the only thing anybody's going to remember is that TikTok, and nobody's going to remember the movie. Like that TikTok might as well be the movie. All right. Let's see. Let's compare our final shows. So Ring of Honor. Let me see. Ring of Honor. Good booking. We don't have to worry about like injuries or anything like that. It's just good booking. It was a 5, 3, 4, 1.5, 3.5. Good stuff. WCW, amazing booking. You got a 5, a 2, a 4, a 5, and a 5. 3 5-star matches. That's okay. 8. $17 for Ring of Honor. 21 for WCW. 21 stars. Okay. AEW Dynamite. Amazing booking. Got 4.5, 4, 4, 4, 5. So 16. my brain's 16, 21. No, 16. Yeah, 21.
Oh my God.
25.5. Okay.
Did any of you see
TNA, amazing booking.
fucking
4.5,
Hasanabi interviewing Elon's kid?
No. It just sounds like something I don't want to watch.
She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. Hassan has been doing some shit I just don't give a fuck about.
I don't understand that.
I won by 1 star. We were judging entirely by stars, but WCW show quality A, 27 out of 30. So we have a quantified thing here. 100 out of 120. Superstar level bonuses plus 19. Show bonus. So rating score 147. Everything is whatever. Stellar final show from WCW. Eric Bischoff did an incredible job. First time he's ever done in a long time. All right. Oh wait, let me go back. I forgot to screenshot TNA's thing for Deej. Oh.
Yep.
Okay, there you go.
Like a youth present.
Okay. Okay, Ring of Honor. The CB. So 126.
I love you.
It was tough because it didn't have quite the
Might be
same,
already
even
3
though
minutes,
visually it was the same venue. Technically, it was like only I screwed it up for you. We'll figure it out better with the venue with the mods and cheats next season.
Yeah, happens.
144 for AEW Dynamite. So it was like 144. It was what was the 147 for WCW. 144 for Dynamite. Okay. $132 for TNA. So if we were going, final show, best show goes to WCW. WCW had the best all in based off of those qualities.
Nice.
Make note of that. Okay, none of this matters. See the Slammy Awards. Let's see what the Slammy Awards. Yes. Welcome at the end of each season, you'll get the chance to celebrate everyone's accomplishments and receive your own Slammy Award. Let's see what we all get. The Narcissist, Paul Heyman, for most self promos.
Huh.
The Wild Card, most specialist superstars on roster, Eric Bischoff. Nice. Sonya Deville does Double Trouble, most tag team call out promos. Yes, I made good use of those. Ted DiBiase, The Surgeon. Most ambulance matches. Most Amber Laps matches. Here you go. Those are our slammies. All right, there's the season summary. WCW had best match card quality of a single show at 99 of 120. TNA had that's a whole thing. I know most of you fans when we were using our cheats. Best average card quality. I was consistent. I had a consistent C. And you know what? That's fine by me because C's get degrees. I should know. I'm literally getting one. Most rivalries completed. Proud of that. 18 rivalries. And highest average card quality during PLEs. So average. I was consistent. Let's see. Season stats. All right. Ring of Honor's season stats. You completed all these. So the most matches won were by Big E. Most popularity gained was Jordan Grace. Most matches booked, Big E. Highest average match rating was Danhausen. Danhausen was all in the was your top match rating getter apparently, and most weeks spent injured. Liv Morgan. What was that? WCW. Most matches won. Solo Sikoa. Those are your final champions. Most popularity gained, Trick Williams. Most matches booked, Trick Williams. Highest average match rating, Mariah May. And most weeks spent injured, Candice LeRae.
Well, Candy LeRae.
Candice imitates life. Mine's most matches won, Cody Rhodes. He ended up my champion. Isla Dawn ended the season as champion. Wild. Most popularity gained, Steph DeLander. Kind of gave her a big push. Highest average match rating, The Great Muda. Most matches booked, Ray Phoenix. And most weeks spent injured, Blair Davenport, AK now beat Priestley again, probably presumably. And most popularity gained was Joaquin Wilde. And booked and most matches won was Finn Balor, which is funny.
Damn, 10 out of 14.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a big win record. Highest average rating was Ibar. Most weeks spent injured Raquel Rodriguez. Easy for me to say. All right. Is there anything? Okay, that's it. Okay, we don't have to worry about any of this.
Good time.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's select our keepers, and we'll carry this over to the new season. So, whoever you select, based off of this, we'll use as your keepers for next season. So, who's up first? Wait, who's up first? Doesn't show. Oh wait, no. Who depend on whose roster this was? Charlotte Flair, Jamie. Oh, this was Deej's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlotte. I mean, you could decide on his if he decides these aren't his. I don't know, just yeah. Okay. Oh, this is me as well. Oh yeah, it's going down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I was second place. Lita, Mox, Cody, who else? And as much as I'm thinking Cope, Bailey. All right. Those are my keepers. All right. I think this
Drew.
is was this
Because
Ring of
I'm
Honor?
last.
Yeah, okay. Ring of Honor. Drew, who do you want to use your keepers? You got 5. So Deej got 3. I got 4. You got 5, and Kaz will get 6.
Yeah.
don't keep people who got cut.
The Posty's just there.
If we don't keep, they just lose the belt, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Nothing happened. We're not. This
We're
isn't
gonna carry
because
it
we're
over
not
to the
playing
next
this game. So it's just so that I remember. I have the video to remember, and so it's easy to look over your roster. So there's no mechanical thing because we're not even playing this anymore. So this is just literally just so that you have an easy way to pick them from your roster, and for me to have it as a reference. I could go back and look at the video, like, oh, okay, yeah, we picked this one. And I might even let Deej pick different ones. All right, that's solid. Those are solid keepers. All right. Anyway. All right. Okay, let's get rid of that theme song. All right. Well, that's it. That's is it for the 2K24 season. We will, once we get everything set up for in 2K25 and all that, we will have that. We will start that season. We will have that draft, and we will assign. We will remember our keepers. Make sure that those are set up. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I hopefully, I mean, we're stuck with the same scouting, but the fact that we have access to all the wrestlers, and from what I can tell, they did say that they reworked a lot of the contracts and budgets, so that you're likely going to have more wrestlers to start with, be able to have more of a roster to start with.
Mm-hmm.
That might alleviate the shitty scouting system, but that's neither here nor there. And if the modders figure out a way to hack it, that would be even better. But yeah, thank you for watching us. Thank you for joining us for this season of Fanny Pack Wrestling MyGM. Look forward to the next season when we go into 2K25. And in the meantime, we might do other fun shenanigans and other games as a group. But keep an eye out for that on Rebelli TV on Twitch or Rebelli TV on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Until next time, hasta los huevos.
Peace, peace, peace.
Young fighting.
Brutal.